What's up? Welcome back to YouTube's favorite show, Cooking with JR. Today on the show, we're going to be making a Beef Wellington, but it's not going to be using beef. It's going to be using something different, something cool. It's going to be a little twist on the traditional Beef Wellington recipe. So, let's get right into it. Alright, so you may be wondering, what makes this Beef Wellington different? Why are you not using beef in a Beef Wellington? Well, I'll show you right now. It's because I'm using organic ground bison. Now you may be like, you're supposed to use a beef tenderloin. I'm not using a beef tenderloin. I'm using ground bison. You'll see how it'll work. This is the poor man's Beef Wellington made with bison. Let's get into it. I bought 4, are each of these a pound? £5 of bison. I think that's a little too much. So we'll cut open 2 of them, see how it works, and then go from there. So this is my bison bowl. It's a lot more bison than I thought it would be. Cool, so we'll start out with this. Anytime you use meat, you want to use some seasoning, so we're just going to get a little bit of sea salt. Just salt it liberally. And then I like some pepper. Get this meat. Just get some pepper. And something that I want to add to spice it up is a little bit of Mexican cheese. Mainly because all we had was the Mexican blend. So just a healthy amount. Yep. And then you just take all this, and you mix it in. Nice. The next step, once you've gotten your meat mixture ready, is to take it, get a tray. You take the tray, you set it down, and you turn your meat mixture into a log. Let me show you. Okay. So you get your meat, and you kind of just form it like this. Fun history fact here. Did you know that the Beef Wellington was actually created in Wellington, Florida? It was originally made with horse meat because they're an equestrian community. And then eventually all their kids grew up to become horse girls, so they got away from making it with horse meat. And they tried a few different options, alligator for one, and then frogs, but the alligator was a little too tough, and the frogs were, you had to catch like 50 of them to make them into a log this size. So they eventually settled on beef, the beef tenderloin, and I'm obviously just iterating on that. And so now you have your log shape. Oh, it was a little blocked, but it's a log. It looks like a log. On to the next part. Now that you have your meat log on your tray, you're gonna get a large cooking utensil. I'm using this cast iron skillet. As I used in my previous video, the fish tacos, you should probably watch it. It was really good. It'll be right there. You take your large cooking utensil. You get a little bit of oil. I'm gonna use this. It's Buonasecco Evo Italian. Actually, that oil is a little too expensive. I'm just gonna take some of this Mediterranean olive oil and just pour it in. Just a little bit. Maybe a little bit more, just so it coats the pan. And then you slap some heat on that bad boy. Get your spatula. Once the oil feels hot, you just take your meat log and you just set it. Because we want to sear the edges. Let's adjust it up. So we're going to let that sit for a couple of minutes on each side. Let it sear the sides. Put it on high heat, just let it blast. on each side, just so you can kind of form it into a solid log. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Whew. Hot tamale. Woo. I did it. Results may vary. It's not going to look pretty, but that right here, it keeps its stability a little better. That's all we wanted. We wanted to char the edges a little bit. On to the fun stuff, the part that makes this a Wellington, not just a beef. Let's get it. The next part of this recipe is get some mushrooms and some shallots and some garlic, and we got to mix them together in a saucepan. So I'm going to prep those real quick. Let's see, this should be enough. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Lost him. Man down. Take these shallots, a product of France, as I learned at Publix. Cut off the butt end. Cut off the top. Oh, they're just onions. Why did I buy shallots instead of just onions? You know what? I'm pretty sure you're supposed to peel these, but the skin comes off later. It's all good. Oh, I'm actually crying. I'm only taking like half of them, like this much. About that much of each. Wow. And I don't need to cut any of the garlic because it's already cut, so I'm just gonna take like that much. It's a lot more than that much. I mean, that much should be good. All right, now that we're back at the stovetop, I'm gonna cook all of this together. Throw some heat on that boy. Like a 6. You wanna make them sweat. That's the word that I see online a lot, is sweat. I'm gonna add in a few more mushrooms. What? There's no smoke, what are you talking about? All right, get that off the heat. Now that you got your mixture here. Delish. Now that you have your mixture here, we're gonna wrap that on top of our meat. So in order to do this properly, we're gonna need to use plastic wrap. Take your plastic wrap. You wanna go semi longer than you would expect. So like maybe double the length of your cutting board. That looks good. Basically enough to wrap over your Beef Wellington. You get some prosciutto. So we're gonna take our strips of prosciutto and you just kind of lay it down across your surface. Like so. Boom. 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 Then you take some of your mushroom mixture, you slap it onto the prosciutto. There, boom. This right here is the key. You get your meat log. Now it's gonna look kind of ugly right now, not gonna lie. Like this does not look appetizing. In fact, if I had to say a word that it looked appetizing, would probably be at least 4th on the list. Uh-oh, I only have 1 layer of prosciutto left. Oh God, oh no. Some of this on top. I'm gonna go this way with it. I don't think I bought enough prosciutto. Not good, not gonna lie, not good. Not good one bit, but we'll make it work, and that's what cooking's all about. So, you just wrap it up, man. Give it one, over like this. It's like you're wrapping up a present. And then realize you didn't quite go the right way with this. So now that you got your meat log wrapped, get more than 1 package of prosciutto because Meat logs are big. Who would have thought? We're gonna take this and throw it in the fridge for like until we're ready. Like maybe 10, 15 minutes. I'm gonna go toss that in there. I cleaned up a little bit, and now we're gonna go on to getting the puff pastry ready so that we can put our meat log inside of it. Wow. I'm too lazy to make puff pastry, and I couldn't find anything called puff pastry at my store. So instead, I bought something that's puffy and pastry-like, and that's Pillsbury Grands. Peel them open, give it a little. Now we take our Grands. They come with little perforated edges, but honestly, like it's just dough. You could just fold it. Make sure you wash your hands. I've been washing my hands every time. And now for the rest of them, I'm going to be very smart about this and not have to do any of that hassle. Package number 2. Hey, hey. So you just start from one spot and you can just build it out now. So this will be the top, okay, and these will be the bottom. Pinch them together. Okay. Now that we got our base layer set and we got our top layer ready, boom, 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 boom. It's time. It's time to get the beef out. Well, I keep calling it beef. The bison out of the fridge and put it into its bed where we are going to cook it. Unwrap it. You know, it's not sticking as well as I thought it would. New plan. New plan. Come on. Come on, prosciutto blanket. Get in there. Yee. Oh, nuggets. Whatever. Just. Hey, it's not about perfection. Taking the one that I worked on. Start here. Kind of stretch it out so that it fits, because this one's a little thicker than the rest, so it'll be the base layer. Just fold up. All the videos I watched on YouTube went so much smoother than this. And then we work really hard to just do a little ooh, yeah. So then you just cover it up. What I'm going to do here is just patch up some of the stuff that I can see, like the holes. Alright, so that's it. It's wrapped, it's ready to go. I'm going to preheat the oven to 450 and slap this bad boy in there for like 40 minutes. I also made, since we had some leftover stuff, I made some croissants. So, yeah. Oh, camera batteries are about to die. So, I'll see you once it's in the oven, so we can make the sauce. The Beef Wellington is done. Let's pull it out. Oh man, look at that thing! Mmm! And then because I use croissants, it smells so buttery and flaky. Oh! Time to get some shots. Let it cool, and then once it's done cooling, it's time to eat. So now we are done. Everything's ready. We got the sauce, the Beef Wellington. Whoop! That looks good. Look at that thing. Oh my gosh. Let's cut it. Oh, that was all edge piece. This is the real slice. Uh-oh. Mmm. 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 And now, it's time to bite. That's delicious. Live reaction from Kylie Bussard, the person who hated my last dish. Tell me what you think.